Greetings, ladies and gentlemen of the internet. Jan Michael here. Now, I know I've been freaking out about these predictions since, like, my intro to the Road to the Anime Awards, but you may be thinking now that I've done all of the reviews, gotten a little bit of a better idea of what these shows are about, that I'm a little bit more confident in my predictions as of now, right? Well, you'd be dead wrong, because I'm still freaking out over what I'm picking. In fact, apart from like just a tiny small handful of categories, I'm truly unsure about what is really going to go on to win in a vast majority of these categories. And if you're new here and you're wondering, well, Jan, why are you freaking out so much? It's because I take a shot for every wrong prediction that I give. So yes, if you want to follow along when we do the show, I will have a reaction to how badly I've done. I'm just gonna say badly because I don't think I'm gonna do that well at all. But for now, just sit back and relax as I give you my final predictions for the 2026 Anime Awards. For Action Anime of the Year, the nominees are Dandadan Season 2, Gachakuta, Kaiju Number 8 Season 2, My Hero Academia Final Season, One Piece, Solo Leveling Season 2, Arise from the Shadow. So right off the bat, I'm completely unsure of what to predict here. Oh, this is going to be the running theme for this video here. Now, initially, I was thinking to myself, well, I should go with the most popular show, which I think is Solo Leveling. I mean, that second season was incredibly popular. But there's a couple of things that are making me pause here. First and foremost, it's been some time since the second season aired. In fact, I think at this point in time, it's been over a year. And so we don't have that same excitement having just come away from the show. Not only that, but this season isn't nominated for Anime of the Year. And I think we can even make the argument that when the first season went on to win, it was largely because the second season had just finished airing, and many people probably thought they were in fact voting for the second season, which was not true at all. So all these elements in place, I feel maybe there has been a blow to its popularity just because of the timing, just because of the way the first season was kind of presented, the time of the award ceremony itself. And so maybe it won't go on to win. But if it doesn't go on to win, then what is? Well, for me, I'm thinking it's got to be My Hero Academia. Because think about it, that entire season is all action. It's all the final fights. It's like one long action scene just compiled into an entire season. And so if we're going by numbers, I think that would be the clear out winner. But I'm not 100% sure. I could be overthinking it. It could just be Solo Leveling. It's just insanely popular, and I'm shooting myself in the foot here. So you can see why I'm struggling. I don't know. I'm just gonna go with My Hero Academia and cross my fingers. For animation, the nominees are Dandadan Season 2, Gachakuta, My Hero Academia Final Season, One Piece, Solo Leveling Season 2, Arise from the Shadow, Takopi's Original Sin. Once again, I'm kind of conflicted here. Should I go with Solo Leveling or should I go with My Hero Academia? I do think these are your two primary anime that could go on to win this award. I'm gonna go with Solo Leveling here, and my reason is tactics, really. I think that, as of right now anyway, I think it's going to be the same anime that's going to go home with action and animation. So if I kind of just say, well, My Hero Academia, and then I'm just complete wrong, it ends up being Solo Leveling for both categories, I'm taking two shots. Likewise, if I just put my chips on Solo Leveling and My Hero Academia takes both of these awards, I'm taking two shots. At least this way I'm covering my bases. Like, if it does turn out that, you know, it is one or the other for both categories, I'm at least only taking one, so this is more of a strategic choice than anything. rather than what I truly do think is worthy of the win. But I'm trying to get these right. I'm not voting for what I think is the best personally. So that's just my strategy. And then of course I could just be completely wrong and like Gachakuta takes like animation and then I'm just completely fucked. So yeah, again, the continuing lesson here is I don't know and I'm unsure. For background art, the nominees are The Apothecary Diaries Season 2, City the Animation, Dandadan Season 2, Gachakuta, Kowloon Generic Romance, The Summer Hikaru Died. If I'm going off popularity, I should probably be voting for Dandadan here, but I'm actually going to pivot over and say The Apothecary Diaries. I think just the uniqueness of the setting of that world is enough to help it go on to win, but I don't want to keep repeating myself. I'm just not sure. Some people are saying City the Animation definitely deserves the win, and yeah, that show looks fucking fantastic. But again, this is a popularity contest. How many people really have seen City the Animation? I can't go off of that unless that show was incredibly popular as well, which unfortunately just wasn't. So yeah, I think we gotta stick with the big heavy hitters here. Dandadan, I think if you really want to go with the most popular show, that makes perfect sense. I'm almost tempted to go that route, but I think just the setting of The Apothecary Diaries is too tempting to dismiss. And it is a very popular show. It's part of the anime of the year. It's got a ton of nominations, so I'm gonna put my chips on that one. And again, cross my fingers. For character design, the nominees are The Apothecary Diaries Season 2, Dandadan Season 2, Gachakuta, My Dress-Up Darling Season 2, One Piece, Takopi's Original Sin. Okay, I'm fairly certain Gachakuta's got this one just because of the way that the characters really pop because of the overall animation of the show. I mean, just when they go into battle, their eyes glowing, the sharp, like, dark lines that surround all the characters, the uniqueness of their design as well. I feel a lot of people are really going to see those designs, and it's going to stick out more than any other from this category. I mean, I also really like Takopi's Original Sin. I like how kind of simplistic the design is, but how much they really do with it. But that might be a little bit too diving deeper into the animation than just kind of general voters are probably going to do. So for me, I'm feeling fairly confident Gachakuta, but again, not 100% certain. For comedy anime of the year, the nominees are City the Animation, Dandadan Season 2, My Dress-Up Darling Season 2, Ranma Half Season 2, Spy Family Season 3, Witch Watch. I know me saying Ranma Half is going to be controversial. Everyone's going to be like, it's Ranma 1.5 or whatever. It's the one should be in front of 1.5. I feel like this is Ranma Half. Whatever. Call it whatever you like. I don't care. This one's, I think, pretty easy. This one's going to Spy Family. This show has always been very, very popular. It's gotten a ton of nominations, even though it's not in Anime of the Year here. And I think it's got quite a bit of wins coming its way on the big night. More than, like, some of the other Anime of the Year nominees are probably going to have. So this one I'm actually feeling fairly confident in. And let's just lock it into place. It's Spy Family Season 3 all the way here. For continuing series, the nominees are Dandadan Season 2, Kaiju Number 8 Season 2, My Hero Academia Final Season, One Piece, Solo Leveling Season 2, Arise from the Shadow, Spy Family Season 3. We got quite a bit of heavy hitters here. And I'm still going to be thinking that this is either going to be My Hero or Solo Leveling, seeing as I've now split the votes in other categories. Which way am I going to fall? Well, spoiler alert, I'm going to be going with the one that I think could take it all the way for Anime of the Year. As only one of those shows is nominated for Anime of the Year, it's obviously My Hero Academia. But once again, I don't know, like, Solo Leveling I think is still incredibly popular. It could just win all of its categories, but because it's not nominated for Anime of the Year, something else is just going to take that one. I'm prepared for that nonsense as well, but again, just I don't know. I don't know how many times I'm gonna say that. I don't know how many I don't knows. So please bear with me as I panic my way through these. For director, the nominees are Akinori Fudesaka and Norihiro Naganuma for The Apothecary Diaries Season 2. Fuga Yamashiro and Abel Gongora for Dandadan Season 2. Fumihiko Suganuma for Gachakuta. Kenji Nagasaki and Naomi Nakayama for My Hero Academia Final Season. Ryohei Takeshita for The Summer Hikaru Died. Shinya Ino for Takopi's Original Sin. Well, this is just the Anime of the Year contenders all lined up here for the directors, which, okay, fine, I don't have a problem with that. Although I do like when there's some variety in the director circle, but whatever. I think that with this award, there is a long history of the winner here doesn't always technically go on to win Anime of the Year. It's not always the case, mind you. There have been some exceptions, but that is generally the trend that I see in the show's like 10-year history now, I guess. But that being said, I think this year with just how big My Hero Academia was, you know, this is the final season, it's the final time you get to really honor that show. I think the directors there almost are a shoo-in to win this. I personally would really like to see the director for Takopi's Original Sin take home the win here, just because I think that show's fantastic, and I think it probably isn't gonna go home with anything if it doesn't go home with at least this. So that's kind of tugging at my heartstring to kind of go that route, but trying to get these right. So I'm gonna go with My Hero Academia for this one. For Drama Anime of the Year, the nominees are Anne Shirley, The Apothecary Diaries Season 2, Blue Box, Orb on the Movements of the Earth, The Summer Hikaru Died, Takopi's Original Sin. Pretty sure this is going to The Apothecary Diaries Season 2. I mean, again, unless like Takopi or Summer Hikaru Died managed to kind of snag victory away, but based on popularity, pretty sure Apothecary's got this one in the bag. It has a lot of devoted fans, so yeah, I'm not gonna go against the curve here. Let's just stick with that and not think any further about this one. For ending sequence, the nominees are Dandadan Season 2, Kaiju Number 8 Season 2, My Dress Up Darling Season 2, My Hero Academia Final Season, Solo Leveling Season 2, Arise from the Shadow, Spy Family Season 3. Holy shit, a whole bunch of sequels here. Part of me here is tempted to go with My Hero Academia. Again, just the juggernaut of the final season. It could very well see it sweep if, like, the love really is behind it. I am gonna do a little bit of a personal preference here and go Dandadan, just because I do think that ending is freaking fantastic. It's not nominated for like anime song, which is what's really causing me to pause. Maybe I should choose one of the songs that is also in the song category, but I gotta take some like risk here and there. Like I gotta put in my own personal opinion into some of these as well, my own personal taste, if you will. So gonna go Dandadan. It's a popular show, has a shit ton of nominations. It's gotta go home with some things, and I would really like to see it go home with this one. For English voice artist performance, the nominees are Alexis Tipton as Reze in Chainsaw Man, the movie, Reze Arc. Emmy Lowe as Mao Mao in The Apothecary Diaries Season 2. Justin Briner as Izuku Midoriya in My Hero Academia Final Season. Lucian Dodge as Akaza in Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba Infinity Castle. Morgan Berry and Shiri Fuyumura in Sanda. Paul Castro Jr. as Hikaru Indo in The Summer Hikaru Died. Justin could go home with the win here. Once again, if My Hero Academia final season is this huge juggernaut of a player at the award ceremony. It's got a lot of nominations. I can definitely see it sweeping, as I said in the previous category. But once again, I gotta go with some personal choices here and there. I'm only gonna do it with the ones that I feel the most passionate about. And here, Alexis as Rize, I think knocked it out of the park. And that character's just been so, like, front and center, not just for Chainsaw Man, but like the dance, like people are doing that dance that they kind of had her doing at some point in, like, I don't know, marketing. I don't know where that dance came from, to be honest, but she's front and center there. Just this character has been such a huge impact over the last year. I mean, people, like, the emotion that they felt towards the character. I even saw somebody like make some sort of like stupid AI generated like alternate ending with their character. So there's definitely a lot of passion, and I think a lot of it is the performances on display. Alexis, I think, definitely does a really good job of bringing Rize to life. You very much connect with her. You love the performance. At least I know I did. So yes, I'm feeling very passionate about that one, so I'm gonna put my vote there. But again, if Justin takes it, that is a very worthy win. You know, it's great to finally see him nominated. And if we want to call that like a legacy win, I think it would be a good legacy win, just with how much hard work he's put into this series that's been around for like 10 years. That's my take on it anyway for this category. For Film of the Year, the nominees are 100 Meters, Chainsaw Man, the movie, Re:ZeArc, Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba Infinity Castle, Mononoke the movie, Chapter 2, The Ashes of Rage, The Rose of Versailles, Scarlet. I would freaking love for Chainsaw Man to take it, because this is definitely my favorite amongst these picks. It made a really good amount of money in the theaters. I mean, it was heartfelt. People really connected to the Rize character. Great action, great performances, just great story overall. That's definitely a very, very good movie. But again, this is a popularity contest, and I mean, Demon Slayer, come on, it like broke records. It's like the highest grossing anime film of all time. I don't think you get that and not go home with a win, and it just makes sense to give it the win here. Plus, every single year that this series is nominated for something, it wins. Like even last year, where like, what was it, continuing series, it went to it, even though that was like the weakest like continuation, the Hashira training arc. Oh man, I still get heated with that win. So yeah, not gonna make that mistake. I do think Demon Slayer's got some wins coming its way, and this one, it just makes sense. But I'll be very happy if Chainsaw Man takes it. That would be a happy shot that night, for sure. For Isekai Anime of the Year, the nominees are Campfire Cooking in Another World with My Absurd Skills Season 2, Disney Twisted Wonderland, the animation, Season 1, episode of Hearts Laboul, From Bureaucrat to Villainous, Dad's Been Reincarnated, Konosuba, God's Blessing on This Wonderful World 3, bonus stage, Re:Zero, Starting Life in Another World, Season 3, Zenshu. Holy crap, were those mouthfuls. Except for Zenshu. Thank you for giving me that break. I think this is another easy one. Re:Zero. This one's a hugely popular series. I know Konosuba is also wildly popular, but these two have been in competition together, and it's always gone to Re:Zero. So I'm feeling very confident Re:Zero is going to take this one. And thank goodness, I need some assurance in some categories, and this one I'm definitely most assured in. For Japanese voice artist performance, the nominees are Aoyuki as Mao Mao in The Apothecary Diaries Season 2, Chiaki Kobayashi as Yoshiki Tsuchinaka in The Summer Hikaru Died, Daiki Yamashita as Izuku Midoriya in My Hero Academia Final Season, Kikunosuke Toya as Denji in Chainsaw Man, the movie, Re:ZeArc, Mayumi Tanaka as Monkey D. Luffy in One Piece, Reina Ueda as Rize in Chainsaw Man, the movie, Reze Arc. Some heavy hitters here. I think this is going to be an exciting one to see where the award's going to go. Honestly, I could probably give it to just about any of these and it'd be completely warranted. I can see arguments made for any of these guys. I'm going to play it safe here, though. I'm going to go Aoyuki, just because she did win the previous year. And what I've noticed is with a lot of the anime awards, they tend to give it to the same, like, categories, like, people, like, kind of again and again sometimes. So that's what I'm going to do. But honestly, I'm looking forward to a surprise here. Not to a shot surprise, but honestly, this is one where, my personal bias aside, it's just an exciting category. Oh, and on a side note, if this is your first time watching any of my predictions, the only two language categories that I go through is English and Japanese. I don't go through any of the other ones. They're not a part of my predictions list. Obviously, Japanese is like the native language, so you're gonna want to include that. And seeing as I speak English, I am going to be doing English as well. I mean, I guess technically I could do Spanish as well. I do speak Spanish, so but I'm not gonna go too crazy here. I don't really watch anime in Spanish, so that's what I got for you. For main character, the nominees are Izuku Midoriya for My Hero Academia Final Season, Mao Mao for The Apothecary Diaries Season 2, Momo for Dandadan Season 2, Okaroon for Dandadan Season 2, Rudo for Gachikuta, Sung Jin-woo for Solo Leveling Season 2, Arise from the Shadow. Oh man. You know, last year I was really hoping that Sun wouldn't take it for Solo Leveling because he is a fucking boring ass character, dude. He does get a little tiny slightly better. I don't know if I can even say that. Like, his boringness is better in season 2, but I do think his most exciting character traits are when he's like not like this overpowered Chad, like when he's unsure of himself, he's nervous, he's scared. There's personality there, and then as soon as that's over and done with, like, just no more personality. I don't know what the fuck's up with that. So do I once again take a risk and say somebody else is gonna win, or do I just say no, he's gonna win again? You know what? I'm gonna go as Izuku Midoriya. Just again, the juggernaut of that series, I think is gonna help him push him over, but I don't know. I'm probably just making the same mistake again. Join me the night of while you see me completely lose my mind, or you know. If that video doesn't go up, I've died of alcohol poisoning. Sad. For Must Protect at All Costs character, the nominees are Anya Forger for Spy Family Season 3, Izuku Midoriya for My Hero Academia Final Season, Kuroko Aguri in The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity, Mao Mao for The Apothecary Diaries Season 2, Suka for Dr. Stone Science Future, Takopi for Takopi's Original Sin. Anya has won this award like 4 freaking times. Like, she's like the world record. You know, what is it 4 times? Does that mean that if she wins again here, it's like she's won the award like half of the, like, this show's actual like the anime awards, like, actual life cycle? That is insane. And even if not, if this is number 4, I'm just like misremembering things. That's still insane. That's a huge number of wins. So yeah, I'm not gonna bet against her. I mean, I guess Takopi could maybe take it. He's a very cute creature with a very cute design. But if we're going off of popularity, I do think Spy Family is the more popular one. And just seeing how many times she's won, it's hard to bet against Anya. I mean, she's a child. Of course you're gonna want to protect a child. So yeah, that's all I got. For new series, the nominees are Clevites, The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity, Gachikuta, Sakamoto Days, The Summer Hikaru Died, Takopi's Original Sin. Ooh, this one's exciting. I'm very much looking forward to seeing what's going to win here. I think if we're going off of popularity, I'm pretty sure Gachakuta will take it, just like the design of it, the uniqueness of the world. It's an action anime, which people tend to gravitate to. I think that is going to help it in terms of, like, votes. But this one's won, once again, I'm just not 100% certain, so... And you know what? I'm actually kind of glad I'm not. I want to be surprised in this category, just because if you see my review, I'm not the biggest fan of Gachakuta. It's not a bad anime. It's enjoyable. I don't think it's as great as people think it is. So that's just my take on it. But yeah, just kind of going off of what I think other people are going to do, Gachakuta. We'll lock that one in. For opening sequence, the nominees are Call of the Night, Dandadan Season 2, Gachakuta, My Hero Academia Final Season, Solo Leveling Season 2, Arise from the Shadow, Witch Watch. Just gonna continue digging this hole for me. Again, I know I should be going for solo leveling, but good lord, I keep talking myself out of it. I'm gonna go with My Hero Academia. Again, it's the final season. Like, that's actually a pretty, like, entertaining opening in like, the grand scheme of things. The song is really catchy. I can see people wanting to listen to it outside of the opening, but it works well with the opening itself, which is what the category is all about. So, yeah, that's what I'm thinking, but I don't know. Just freaking just pump the IV full of alcohol into my veins now, I guess. For original anime, the nominees are Apocalypse Hotel, Digimon Beat Break, Lazarus, Mobile Suit Gundam G-Cracks, Moonrise, Zenshu. I'm actually gonna go with Digimon Beat Break. I've heard that this is actually one of the best Digimon series, like, in quite a while, so I feel with the name recognition of that brand, people saying that it's an excellent show, one of the best of the entire series, I think that's really going to help it stand out from the crowd here. Personally, I really like Apocalypse Hotel. That was one of my favorite anime of last year, so I would really like to see that one take home the win, but I really didn't see enough people like talk about it to really warrant my confidence in voting for it or thinking it's gonna go on to win. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Digimon there, and we'll see if I'm surprised or not. For romance anime of the year, the nominees are Blue Box, Dandadan Season 2, The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity, Honey Lemon Soda, My Dress Up Darling Season 2, Ranma Half Season 2. Yeah, there's that Ranma thing again. It's shush. Anyways, you know, I feel like it's cheating to have Blue Box on here again. I know technically the season ended like last year, like it started the year prior than that. Thus, it was nominated and won in this category last year. But now it's kind of getting another shot with like the exact same season. I don't know. There's got to be some rule set in motion for that, because that just doesn't seem right to me. But hey, first and foremost, cool to see Dandadan on here. Last year, during my predictions, I even said, you know, you have all these shows that are getting nominated in multi-category genre awards, but then you have like Dandadan not get in for romance, when romance is really front and center for that show as well. I know people are probably going to think action, but that is also a romance anime. So I guess people listened, and now it's here. Not that I'm going to think that one's going to go on to win, but again, just cool to see the nomination here. Truthfully, I think this one's going to be The Fragrant Flower, just because the popularity on that one was so extreme that even who I don't really watch a lot of like just straight up romance anime, like I took heed of the feedback and I was like, okay, I gotta watch it. So many people are talking about this show. It's gotta be on another level, right? I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was all that good. I was actually surprised by how straightforward the whole show was, but we're not here to talk about my thoughts on the show, just what I think is going to go on to win. And just with the popularity of it, I think Fragrant Flowers got this in the bag. For Slice of Life Anime, the nominees are Anne Shirley, Blue Box, City the Animation, The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity, My Dress Up Darling Season 3, Spy Family Season 3. Gonna go with Spy Family. Yeah, Season 3, 3 wins, seems about right. I quite honestly, even when the show, like that second season, I think was not that great. I actually was kind of disappointed with the second season of Spy Family. Even that one going on to win, like, I don't remember how many awards it won, but I was just surprised that, like, even though it wasn't as strong as like previous seasons, it still got its wins. It makes me think that, yeah, this season that is definitely like just back on track to it being like a really good season. It actually feels like it's progressing the story. You're getting backstory on some of these characters, and they're fascinating too. I think easily a Spy Family is going to have quite a bit of wins on the night of. So I feel confident in this one. I'm not too worried about it. There could be a surprise, but I don't think it's very likely here. For score, the nominees are The Apothecary Diaries Season 2, Chainsaw Man, the movie, Re:Zearch, Dandadan Season 2, Demon Slayer, Kimetsu no Yaiba Infinity Castle, Gachikuta, Solo Leveling Season 2, Arise from the Shadow. So I was actually going to go with Solo Leveling here just because of the popularity of the show, but then I had to pause and go, well, I do think there is one other thing that trumps the popularity of it, and that is Demon Slayer. Again, we're going back to it being the highest grossing anime film of all time. That means a shit ton of people definitely checked the movie in a theater setting where the sound is bombastic. It helps to the emotions of the tragic points, of the sad points, of the like action points. I think most people are going to just vote for it just because of the popularity of it, but because of the feelings they felt while watching the film. So that's what I got. Just lock it in place now. For song, the nominees are In Bloom from The Apothecary Diaries, Iris Out from Chainsaw Man, the movie, Re:Zearch, Jane Doe from Chainsaw Man, the movie, Re:Zearch, On the Way from Dandadan Season 2, Rhea Waker featuring Felix of Stray Kids from Solo Leveling Season 2, Arise from the Shadow, Watch Me from Witch Watch. I feel I'm gonna make the same mistake here as I did last year, where I voted for the one that I really enjoyed, like was a huge juggernaut hit, but then it just went to like the most popular anime. Like it didn't matter that the song was super popular, it just still went to the popular anime. Like forget the song, we're voting for the anime. Yeah, you know what? I can't do it. I think Iris Out, just the popularity of that song, it being part of the movie, it's like the opening act. It's so entertaining. The dance that I was talking about earlier with Re:Ze dancing, that people kind of copied, that is said to this song, so it's gotta go on to win, right? But I said the same thing last year with Bling Bling Bang Born, and we saw what happened there. So I don't know. It's circular. Just gonna make the same mistakes over and over again. For supporting character, the nominees are Enjin from Gachikuta, Jin and Joji, also known as Gigi, from Dandadan Season 2, Jinshi from The Apothecary Diaries Season 2, Karasuki Bakugo from My Hero Academia Final Season, Lulan Shisu from The Apothecary Diaries Season 2, Turbo Granny from Dandadan Season 2. This one is Bakugo all the way, man. I cannot see anybody else taking it except for him. Like, he pretty much stole the show from Deku in that final season. Like, by God, he has one of the best fight scenes in the entire series. Not just the season, but the series in this final season. So yeah, you really get to see this character come into their own. It would be a shame if anybody else went on to win, and I feel most people are going to agree with that sentiment. For Anime of the Year, the nominees are The Apothecary Diaries Season 2, Dandadan Season 2, Gachakuta, My Hero Academia Final Season, The Summer Hikaru Died, Takopi's Original Sin. I'm not going to waste too much time in this category. You can go back and see all my reviews if you want deep dives into each of these series. I'm going to go with My Hero Academia here. Like, personally, I do think that is a fantastic win. You're honoring a series, right? This is the final time you can do that. So it just, the emotions are there. It's like, this is your last chance. Are you going to do it or not? Plus, it's an entire series. A series that's seen, yes, low points, but I think so many more high points. It goes off on a triumphant note. I do think it is worthy, and how great for this one to take it on the Anime Awards 10th anniversary. That's just freaking awesome. Now, I also think Takopi's Original Sin is worthy of the win. But in terms of rewatchability, I don't think that show's got it. That's definitely a one and done for many people. So I can't even really make the argument that it should go to that show just because of the nature of it. But if for whatever reason that one ended up taking it, which I know you guys like, that's crazy, that it's only going to win there. Remember the year Cyberpunk Edge Runners took it? I think it only took home like Best English Voice Actor and Anime of the Year. That shit happens, dude. So I wouldn't count it out of the possibility here. But yeah, just I think My Hero Academia, just the juggernaut of the series, it's got this in the bag. I'm like very, very, very certain of it. And those are my final predictions for the 2026 Anime Awards. Oh man, I know I fucked up. I don't know, dude. Like, you don't have no idea. You have no idea how many times I swapped picks. Like, at one point, I was all in on Solo Leveling. I actually, like, chose that one for, like, every single category. And then I started thinking to myself, no, too much time's passed. I gotta swap it out here and there. My Hero Academia is huge. Like, it's that feels like it's gonna be, like, this year's Solo Leveling. I don't know, dude. I still don't feel confident. So... yeah, I don't swap my picks, so if you're worried about me when I'm watching the show going, oh, by the way, guys, I actually switched to this one last minute, I don't do that bullshit. Like, this is the final one. If you give me free reign, I will change it up to the last second, and I don't want to do that. So take this, watch the show. I don't live stream it or anything. You're just going to see my reactions the following day when I eventually post up the video if I'm not dead. Yeah, follow along. You'll know exactly what to expect in that upcoming video. But guys, let me know what you think. What anime do you think is going to win Anime of the Year? Feel free to give me all your picks in the comments below. I love to see what other people's opinions are. Yeah, I hopefully will see you in the next video. Until then, stay safe out there and have a good one.